much. All right, let's see here. All right, we got one person in the room, or maybe that's me. I don't know. Let's see. All right, we got one person in the. Oh, I gotta turn this off. All right, got that going. Let's see. Library. There we go. Boom. Okay. All right. So regardless if anybody comes in, hey Mookie, you'll be my guy. All right, here we go. First off, I'm testing out my new internet. Looks like it's looking pretty good. I'm watching it on the big screen so I can see everybody's comments. Peter B, welcome. Thanks for coming in. I just wanted to do this list. I've been talking about it forever. This top 50, it is 55 cards, but I'm only sharing 50. The other 5 cards aren't Major League Baseball cards. There are a couple random, one non-sport card or non-baseball, and then Japanese baseball cards. So I left those off. So it says 55, but I'm doing my top 50 countdown. Reese, welcome. Mark, thanks guys for coming in. So I'm going to just share my list. Let me talk about it a little bit beforehand. My list, I mean, you can call me whatever you want. I'm a homer. I'm a classic cardboard type of guy. I'm like, this is my jam is the cards I saw every day in the Beckett magazine, in the books I had, on my albums. Those are the cards I'm most attracted to. Yeah, I have the other little PCs going with my Japanese baseball cards. That's where I'm getting my like random, rare, like bubblegum card, like tobacco cards, all that stuff. I'm trying to collect in certain eras. And there is some tobacco cards on my list. They will be making the list, but they will be the basic, the ones where there's lots of cards to choose from. So I'm excited. What up, Scott? Chris, thanks for coming in. And as I go, I want to hear your guys' comments. I love that. Like, if you're like, that's the worst card. How could you put that card that high up? How could you even put that on your list? I love that. What up, Mike? Thanks for coming in. So if you want to play along, however it is, you know how I roll. I'm gonna have fun with this, and so let's just do it. What up, Greg? Thanks for coming in. All right, number 50 on my list. Now, these are cards that I will own before I die. If my plan of my life financially and everything goes according to just standard, I don't have to do anything more, just what I'm doing now, living life, enjoying it, I should be able to afford these 50 cards. And they're all, let me also give a caveat, they're all under $8,000. I think I might put $7,000 on the title of my Excel spreadsheet, but we can do it. I know I can get all these cards, and these are my dream cards. And yes, I'm going to share some cards that I have of some of these cards on the list. I probably have 20 cards on the list. So here we go. John, thanks for coming in. All right, here we go. Yeah, I'll look out for those sharks for sure. No sharks on this list. All right, number 50. Yeah, I need my glasses. I printed out the Excel spreadsheet. I probably should put it on like 80 fonts. 1954 Bowman Ted Williams. I don't know. Let me see. Let's see if my internet's working good. We're going to try something. I'm going to try and share this screen and pull up the cards as I go on eBay. Make it a little more enjoyable. I'm not that you guys haven't seen a 1954 card. It's fine. I appreciate the guy. Everybody I know, you know what? It's be like taking too much of my over here. All right, forget that idea. I'll show the cards I have. Okay, so number 50, that's a card I want before I die, 100%. Let's see now. How do I get back to? There we go. Okay, number 49, 1953 Topps Willie Mays. You know, the old underhand basket catch, ground ball style, pop fly style. That was his thing. I was never really attracted to that card. You know, growing up, I never really liked that card until probably the last few years. It's really grown on me. I just didn't like the image of Willie Mays, his face. For whatever reason, it just felt really cartoonish to me. But the more I just appreciate it now. I really just love that card now. So it made my list. And it's just, you know, it's Willie Mays. I'd love to have all of Willie Mays cards. All right, so number 49. Number 48 on my list, Gowdy Heads Up, and I have this card right here. Let's see how this goes. Jimmy Fox. I bought this card at the National after my buddy Adam, Vintage Sanctuary, grabbed that Joe D, and it just got my head spinning. Never thought to look at these cards to purchase. You know, as a kid, I always wanted these cards, but I didn't even know. I was just a Topps guy forever. Topps and Bowman, that's what I would hunt for decades, minus some Duke cards, but that's it. So this guy is on my list. One of my favorite cards of all time comes in at number 48. Yes, the double X, indeed. Hugo! Woo! All right, number 47. The 2001 Topps Gold Ichiro card, number to 2001. I do not have that card, and I really want that card. I need it to complete my holy trinity of those Topps golds from that year. We'll probably see the other ones on the list somewhere. But yes, I really want that card. It's not on my buy list or anything like that. I don't even have it on my watch list, but it's there, and I will have it one day. All right, next one, number 46. Next, I have this card. It is the 2001 Topps Gold Albert Pujols. I have it. It's on my wall right now. Just another, I think that's the best gold. The first year Topps ever did gold in 2001. It's just a magical year for that to happen, to coincide with two of the greatest baseball players in the history of the sport. Top 20 all day long. You could even put them in the top 10. You know, you could rearrange the top 20 all day long to top to bottom, like any day of the week. Okay, so let's see. Mike, that Mays used to be the card in the 53 Topps back in the day. See, yeah, I just wasn't my jam, but now it's my jam. I want it. Okay, card number 45. 19. I know you guys are going to be really blown away by this because you would think I'd have this way higher on the list. But it's a black and white card. But it is of like my favorite all-time player. Had these images on my wall my entire life, even in black and white all over my wall. I don't know why. I just don't really like black and white baseball cards. I like photos. I like my black and white photos that I grew up with. I love I Love Lucy. Love all that stuff. Hurricane's not supposed to not hit us. I keep checking the radar. It's zooming away. We shouldn't have any effects except for some waves and the wind. It's like light winds, variable winds, so not even windy, but we'll see. Anything can happen. So I went and got tons of water, filled up all of our gas in our cars, the works. You know, I'm doing everything that needs to get done. Okay, so number 45, 1938 play ball, Ted Williams rookie card. It's just a card I would love to own. I want it. Don't have it, but it comes way low on my list. It's just, there's just better looking cards above it, and cards that really just hit the spot for me as a collector higher. So, all right, number 44, 2001 Topps Gold Pujols Ichiro combo card. That is, you know, the ultimate combo card ever created. That's ever going to be created for rookies. It is going to go down as like the most iconic combo rookie card of all time. I just know it. You know, it's just one of those things. How can you not have that card in your collection in any form. There's so many different forms you can have it. Just incredible. So that one I do own on my wall. Super stoked. And here's my list. The highlighted ones are the ones I own. And look at the top's pretty covered, which is pretty sick. And I made this list, you know, just over like a month and just changed it up, and just all kinds of things went into this in my brain. Card number 43, 1949 Bowman Satchel Paige rookie card. Man, shout out to Dan, Cardboard and Plastics. Love watching Dan talk about cards and his opinions. He's like me. We're like, our opinions are facts, are full-blown facts. To me, my opinions are facts, you know? That's how I do it, you know? Until I'm proven otherwise, they're facts. And that's how he talks about it, and I love that. He's very convicted in his ways. And he just picked up this card. It's freaking sick. Thank you, Orlando. Appreciate it. Yes, like Mookie. Oh, that's sick. Jacob, thanks for coming in. Yeah, so that card, super epic, iconic card. It's a mandatory must-have card for me. Number 42. Ooh, I got this card. Oh my gosh, it might not be in this album. I have my iconic album out, and I don't think I added this to my album yet. That is crazy. I forgot about it. Wow, it's not in there. The 1959 Topps Bob Gibson, just like the Pepto-Bismol card, greatest card ever. Yes, I'm super stoked because now I can add that to my album of iconic cards that I have. Like I forgot about it. Freaking stoked. Put that up there, baby. Woo! It's like finding a new card in your collection, even though I knew I owned it. All right, number 41, 1934 Jimmy Fox. Gouty Jimmy Fox. I've always wanted that card. I just can't believe I don't have that card yet. I'm a Jimmy Fox collector. Like I said, I grew up with black and whites all over my room as a kid. Grabbing one. I grew up with this in my room. I had like 8 of these in my room as a kid. My mom got them for me. These used to be blue, the frame. You can see that's where I get the paint on my wall, the blue. You know, Jimmy Fox right in the middle. So I grew up as a kid with these black and whites all over my room. My mom just showed up one day with them, and it was just awesome. It's so weird. So Jimmy Fox, always been a guy. Mookie, my birthday was September 4th, and it was an absolute blast. Yeah, it was awesome. I had a great birthday. So thank you all for that. Okay, number 40, a card that I do have. Yes. Oh, it's on my wall. No, it's not. It's right here. Yes. Number 40, 1953 Satchel Paige. Oh, man, this is a sick card. Another one that, you know, when I was younger, I always just thought he looked so old, like halfway in the grave right here. He looks like he's 100 years old. But, you know, I have become more and more attracted to this card, just like the Maze. It was never my favorite card growing up, and not even before YouTube. It was YouTube that really got me attracted to this card. And I picked this up at my first national with Ken from Ken's Cardboard. So really stoked on that. All right, let me see. Let me highlight that one. See the comments. Oh, that's your favorite Satch card, huh, Orlando? Wow, I would not have picked that as your favorite one. I definitely wouldn't have. Yeah, that's a good idea. As I go, you guys, I would love to hear, when I mention a player, tell me your favorite card of that player. That's a good way to keep you guys involved. And I love reading that stuff. Wow, that's crazy. I would have pictured the Leaf card. I mean, for sure. I just, that's what I would have pictured for you, Orlando. I guess Bowman too, but yeah, I love that you love that Topps. I know you're a Topps guy too. So, all right. Anybody else have a favorite of Satchel Paige? Let's see him. It's in my top 3. Well, yeah, because he's kind of only got 3. Thanks, Chris. It doesn't really narrow it down. Oh, yeah, Chris, you picked up that that sick leaf this year. That's insane you have that card. That's like, that doesn't even make sense. Like, that is super cool. All right, Mike likes the 53. Mm-hmm. Shikara. My stepdad has a vintage baseball card collection. He passed last year, and we have him and don't know what to do with them. Well, you came to the right group of people, but you got to go on YouTube and watch. Check out, let's see, Greg Midlife Cards. He's in the chat right now. Check out a Greg Midlife Cards. Learn a little bit about vintage cards. Then you can go shop them around and figure out how you want to unload those. So that is the way to do it. Do it right. Get the most money. Don't just go to your local shop. All right, moving on to number 39. 1953 Bowman color Mickey Mantle. Yeah, you guys might be like, what? That's that low? It's not higher on your list, Dylan? You're a Mantle guy. Yeah, I am. But I always say that I really like the names on my cards. And it doesn't show Mickey Mantle. And I know who Mickey Mantle is. I've always known. But still, I just love seeing the word Mickey Mantle on my baseball cards. All the players' names on the card. Just something about it. I think because when I was a kid, I'd go to the store. I went to this place at Knott's Berry Farm. And they had I always talk about it. They had this sick wall display, like music, just like mine. Wood display of cards laid up on the wall, displayed like mine, and you could read the 58s from way behind the counter, and you can read all the ones with the names and see the nameplate, and they were around the room too. And I just always just gravitated towards those. So, all right, Mickey Mantle came in at number 38. Number 38, what up, peeps? Yeah, Josh. Stoked. Well, Orlando, I know what one of your favorite is. That's a no-brainer. That would be my favorite too if I had that card. Okay, number 38. Oh no, I did that one. Number 37. This one might surprise you guys. 1992 Donruss Elite autograph card of Cal Ripken Jr. The pack pulled autographs. To me, the autographs to collect, besides the perfectly dead centered, beautiful Topps card or vintage card where the autograph is ballpoint pen or just looks really good, doesn't take away from the rest of the card, is awesome too. But to me, the pack pulled autographs, especially from the very first of their autographs, to me, there's nothing like them. I think they're completely undervalued. I'll say the word 100% undervalued. When I was a kid, they were $1,000 in my head. They're still that price. Like the Reggie, so the Cal Ripken is like one of those dream cards. Never in a million years would I've ever thought I would have pulled one of those, or I don't even think I saw one when I was a kid. I never even saw one. So but I knew it existed. I saw it in magazines and those elites. So they're just, that card, it's way up on my list. Number 36. Oh, wait, no, the next one's even bigger. Number 37. So that's how I love them. Yes, facts, exactly, Hugo. Like that Tony Gwynn you just picked up. I got to go look at my Tony Gwynn to see if my stamp is like the fake stamp or not. From the 92 Fleer Ultra, I think it was. I got to look at mine because your video, I had no idea. I just figured, well, mine's legit. I bought it raw. I have the stamp. So now I got to look. I was like, shoot. But I didn't pay that much. But I wanted to be legit. Okay, number 36. Hey, Hugo, besides the Reggie, what's your favorite autograph pack pulled? Anybody else wants to answer this? Go for it too. I'd love to know. Orlando, I pulled one, the Eddie Murray in 93. I wonder what Eddie Murray that is. And thank you, Ruben. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Oh, Ted Williams. Yeah. See, I didn't know those. I just recently looked after I made this list to see what those were going for. Man, they went up since I bought them, so they could have made this list for sure. The Ted Williams, the Nolan Ryan, the Reggie, the Hank Aaron, those all could have made this list, but they're not on the list. But yeah, that is insane. Yeah, the Griffey Mantle, that's a huge one. Yeah, that's insane. Okay, Next one on my list is another pack pulled autograph, a triple autograph, probably the first triple autograph ever inserted in a pack, and three of the greatest baseball baseball players to ever play the game. You know, one, I guess, well, yeah, no, these three, just, they're like gods. 1992 Score franchise autograph. I think it's numbered out of 500 or 250. Can't remember off the top of my head. I had it written down here, but I don't have the spreadsheet popped out big enough to see it. Mickey Mantle, Carl Yastrzemski, Yaz, and Stan Musial. Triple autograph, gold ink. That card is an absolute bonkers card. And I have a story with this card too. And the 500, thanks, Hugo. There's other personal autographs, solo autographs of these guys. And in 1992, when I was 12 years old, one of my best friends at the time, his name was Craig, we were at his birthday, and everybody gets a goodie bag, you know, and every goodie bag had a pack of Score in it, 1992. And he pulled the Yaz rookie out of a pack, and then he pinned it on his wall, but with a penny sleeve. He pinned it where the penny sleeve is. Oh my, on his own birthday, he pulled that card. Any one of us could have pulled it. I mean, I was really, really excited for him at the time, but I was also, that would have been a dream come true for me. Way more than him. I was way more into cards than anyone. Even back then, I was jealous, no doubt. So these always have a place, and I have those solo autographs. I have the Yaz, I have the Musial. They're absolutely stunning, beautiful autographs. But to have the triple on one card, I think it's probably the most undervalued, I'll say it again, undervalued autographed baseball card that I know of, period. The thing is going to zoom off in value one day when people realize what that is. It's an incredible card. I think Mantle was in one other series before. 91, I think, was his first pack pulled autograph, so the second year pack pull. Stan and Yaz, probably the very first pack pulled autographs that they signed were from this set. So pretty special. I could talk about this card for 3 more hours. That's how insane that card is. And it's only at number 37. So, or number 36. Number 35. Take a drink of water. Trying to say everything fast is a big list. And I get all excited about it. Just like, yeah, next card's even sicker. What? And, you know, I like to talk about the cards and why they're on my list. Not just like, oh, it's a cool card, I want it. I want to know about it. Like when you guys talk about cards, I want to know why you got it, why you want it, I mean, there's so many reasons we buy cards. And obviously we only buy cards we love and like. It's obvious. We all say it, but it's the most obvious statement in the whole world. I'm not going to buy a card we don't want. But all the other information that goes into getting that card, purchasing that card and adding to your collection, and why did you choose it? So that's why I chose that card. It has a very meaningful spot. My buddy Adam, Splendid Sports, has one. Oh, man, that's freaking crazy. A friend has that. Oh, just insane. All right, number 35, 1952 Topps, Eddie Matthews rookie card. Always been a magical card since I was a kid. I don't know the time that I get to that card that I'll be able to afford it, because I picture it's not on, you know, it's up at number 35. And how I did this list, okay, is if I could have a choice where I could just have all these cards in order of how these are literally my favorites, in order of my favorites. And if I could just snap my finger, had all the money, and I could buy them in order, the perfect eye appeal, everything in order, this is that list. So, you know, the Eddie Matthews at number 35, the time I get to that, where it's a priority on my list, it's way down there, it might surpass what I'm able to afford. You know, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, who knows? I might run into it sooner, but I'm not ready to spend $6,000 on that card yet. It's just no way. If it came up, I would rather buy another card on my list for $6,000. And that's the top card on my list. So, all right, next one, number 34. This one's going to piss a lot of people off. this one, I want to hear your guys' favorite card of this player in the chat when I say this guy's name. 1930 or number 34, 1948 Leaf, Jackie Robinson. Way down on my list, but you got to remember, top 50 cards I want. So huge. Not my top 50 favorite cards of all time, because I didn't include tons of cards that are less than $1,000 on this list that would go above a lot of these. But this is my above $1,000 card list right here. So we all are aware of where this list is coming from. Yeah, 56 is pretty sick. I have that one on the wall right now. I actually have 3 Jackies on the wall right now, which is pretty awesome. 54. Oh, wait, no, 54 is not on the wall. It's in the binder. 55 and 56 I have on the wall. Those two. Okay, so yeah, Jackie Robinson's rookie card. I want the card. If it shows up tomorrow and I had $6,000, I would rather have other cards that are above it on my list, or multiple other cards before that card. So, and that might be out of my price range too the time I get to it. Well, we'll see. Jackie, I want the 52 tops. Me too. Oh, John likes the 55. Okay, yeah, of course, dude. And John, you got that. You got that might be the nicest 55. Now, to be fair, not a lot of people share their cards up close like you do and like I do and like some other guys do. I mean, a lot of us do, but real detail, your 55 tops Jackie is spot on spectacular. I know Greg's got a magical one too. That thing is like, it's way better than mine. That thing's untouchable. You crushed it on that. 54, yeah, 54 tops Jackie is really special. Greg just knocked it out of the park with his from Tony. Woo! Tony got hosed himself for selling that too early. Okay, number 33 on the list. Another Jackie Robinson. 1953 tops Jackie Robinson. I missed my opportunity to buy this card ungraded like 9 years ago over here at the card show. He wasn't going to sell it. He had $1,200. The guy I bought so many cards from, a different guy that I normally talk about, an older gentleman. He used to own a card shop, but I got a lot of vintage cards from this guy. And he wanted $1,200 for it. And it probably would have graded a 4. And at the time, I just wasn't comfortable spending that on that card. But within a year after buying cards from him, realizing that I was comfortable, I went back to ask him for it, and somebody else paid the full boat. So I definitely missed my opportunity, but I love grading for the exact reason that I could buy that card now for $1,000. I could find a really nice 1.5, and I can spend $1,000 and be really happy with the copy. So if that thing pops up, the right eye appeal, the right time, right moment, I'll pounce on it because I missed that card and I really want that card. Oh yeah, 50 Bowman. Forgot about that one. Not my favorite. Hard for me to see it. I don't have terrible eyes, but I don't know. There's no name either. It doesn't say Jackie Robinson. If I would have seen that when I was a kid, I would have had no clue who that was if I just saw the front. No chance. Too small. All those 50 Bowmans, I don't know who they are. Okay, number 31 on the list. 1933. Going back to my guy. Pull him out. I love when I get a show cards. We're such card hounds here. Yeah, we're like, I just like showing cards, man, because it's not like a braggadocio thing. Not at all. You guys are my friend collectors. Most of you guys have better collections than me. No, not better. I have the best collection in the world, but more expensive collection than me. We all have the best collections in the world to us, no matter what you're at. But 1933, Jimmy Fox. Dude, this was like a practice card for me. I hate showing cards with sleeves. This 1.5 was a practice card for me. When I started buying some pre-war, when I got on YouTube, I started buying these older cards. I had a Duke pre-war prior many, many, many years and had numerous other lower value cards, but this was my first one, and I wasn't sure how low I could go on a grade. And this 1.5, it has condition issues. It looks really good. You know, it's the image is 100% clear. It's perfectly clear. It's spectacularly clear. Whatever that registration, that's the word. I'm trying to click this to make it focus, but there we go. There. Let's see. But it looks like it's been well used. There's no creases or wrinkles, but there's a lot of stuff going on. But I paid $400 for this, 390 or something, and I was like, you know, if I could get that card, one of my dream cards of all time when I was a kid, for that price, and then lead up, you know, the time I'm ready for the big boys, you know, I will kind of know what I can live with. And this one, I wouldn't buy this exact condition again, but I'm really stoked on this example. Presents well, and everybody that comes over to my house, not everyone, but some friends of ours that come over to my house do pick this one as their favorite quite a bit. I think because the rounded corners and it looks old. It looks like it's been, you know, handled. It has some patina, it has some wear, and it grows on me. So yeah, I'm just super stoked to own that card, and it's like an affordable card. I don't think those things have gone up in value at all. I have no idea, but I'm just guessing. Nobody collects Jimmy Fox. Okay, number 30. One of like Jimmy Fox. Can you put him in top 10? I would say yes. I'd say he's a top 10 caliber player. One of the greats. Okay, number 30. 1951 Bowman rookie card, Willie Mays. You know, everybody wants a Willie Mays rookie card, and I would love to have one so much. My buddy Joe, Jeremy Lee's friend, Joe, my friend. I text him all the time. We're buddies now, thanks to Greg, another surfer. So we collect cards and we text each other. Like, it's awesome to have a surfing friend who collects baseball cards. I thought I was the only one in the world. I kid you not. I didn't know any other surfers, like real surfers. And he has this card, and it's glorious. So I would love to own this card. Shout out to Nate, Top State 5401 here. He's got a beautiful one. Yeah, I want this card. I would love to have it. Number 29. What is your guys' favorite Willie Mays card? Because he's got some questionable cards out there. 51 Bowman may be my favorite Willie Mays after the 73 Topps. Why? Oh, I was going to say, why do you love the 73 Topps? Now I know why you love this. Yeah. The Mets. I was thinking final season, but no, he's on the Mets. And you should go get one of those tickets that I have where Willie Mays hits his final hit in the World Series. I believe it was the World Series. I have the ticket, and it has the A's color, so you might not like that. But Willie Mays' last hit. That'd be a sick putting that next to a 73 Topps, Smokey. Cheap too, super cheap to get one of those. 51 Bowman, yeah, okay. Yeah, Joe Pro, that's it. I didn't remember if he liked me to use his last name or not. So 54 Mays. Yeah, 54 Mays is sick. And such an affordable card. The 54 Mays, has that ever gone up in value? I think you could still get an incredible looking one, like John 3D got another example. John, I know we've rubbed off on you, us eye appeal freaks, like us centering eye appeal hounds, been pounding you for a while. If you're still in here, I know we influenced you because I see that 54. Whoo, baby, you got a good one. Not a big fan of 51 or 52 Bowman sets. Come on, Stooks. What? The 52 Bowman? Oh, man, that might be coming up. Rick, what up, Rick? 63, 65, 66 Mays are great, but the 53 Topps is my favorite. Yeah, I was talking about the 53 earlier. Not my favorite, but it made my list, Rick, and thanks for coming. 63, 65, yeah, 63 sick too. 66, I don't know about that one, Rick. Really way up there? I don't think so, but I'll let you have a pass on those other ones. 65, probably my favorite out of that list on like looks wise. Orlando 51. Yeah, great. 58, baby. 58 Topps, my favorite. Are you just kissing up to me? Oh, and that is one of the hardest cards in the entire hobby to find centered with a good image. I don't even know if a really perfectly sharp image exists of that card. I think they all are a little bit out of focus. Um, I don't think one exists, but I've seen some nice ones. I have a decent one. It's good for me. It's dead centered. The image is really good compared to most, but it ain't perfect. Dylan influenced me to make my own list. Yeah, Boozle, thanks for joining, Bob. That's sick, man. Coming in here, I really appreciate it. Uh, all right, I like the 1970 and 71 Mays Stukes. 70. Yeah, that's a 671. Yeah, that's sick. I like it. Okay. I think 70. I like 70 better. I like 70 so much. I have two copies of that. And 71, it's cool. I like it. I like all of his cards. Um, yeah. Oh, thanks, John. Thanks for being on here still. Yeah, dude, you got, man. Yeah, I love watching you build your collection. It's like so enjoyable. You know that. 67. I actually have the 67 on my wall right there. I just didn't pull a wall across. I could literally look at it. I could see it. 1953 Tops would be one of my best sets. Yeah, I agree, Johnny. Absolutely. If they had more action poses instead, mostly portrait. I'm a portrait guy, so give me portraits all day long. I could watch them play baseball. I want to see what they look like. I want to see their face. I want to get to know them. That I love that. All right, 58 Hires Root Beer. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. All right. We're going on to the next player. Peeps, blue on 50. Yeah, exactly. Yep, 62. Yeah, 62. 61. Yeah, no. 61. God, poor 61. I had one of those. I had one in a 7, and I sold it when I went on my purge. I'm glad I did because it's an old, super old sir. I had it for so long. Off centered, and now I'm not going to buy that card back. I'm just not going to. I never say never. Okay, so 60. Oh, next one. Number 29 on my list. Another Mantle. Oh, I can't read it. 1957 Tops Mickey Mantle, his MVP season on the 1975 Tops MVP cards. Everyone, what is your favorite Mickey Mantle card? If you haven't said it, I want to know. 1957, I really want that card. That's one of the hardest cards I've ever, to find dead centered. I've looked at thousands of those. I have seen a few like dead nut centered. My buddy, we're not friends or nothing, but Matty C, my nemesis in a good way, he has picked up the two that I tried for in the past. He probably has 10 now. So good luck for me finding one, but I will find one that suits my eye one day, and it'll go with my MVP card on card collection that I am still actively building. 53. All right, let's go. 54 Red Heart for Stoops. Yeah, that one looks like, I think Orlando always says, like, if he didn't have the 52 Tops, he would have had the 54 Red Heart. Rick, 53 Tops Mantle. Oh yeah, that's coming up. 57 Mantle Barra. Oh yeah, I have that card. It's a sick one. 53 Tops Mantle. Yep. 54 Red Heart. Good choice. That's the one for me, Mook. 58 All Star. It doesn't matter that it's cheap. Man, if I was making a top 50 card list, that would be very close, if not on my list. It's a really, really, really epic card. And it's nice that it's affordable. I love that about that. It's my favorite thing. It's like today's base cards it's good they stay cheap, and it's good they made millions because everyone can own an Ohtani rookie card. Everyone can own a Mickey Mantle Playing Days card, Tops card. I love that. Some cards need to be inexpensive and affordable. Not saying it's cheap, but for a Mickey Mantle, it is. All right, I like the 59 Tops Mantle Aaron. Yeah, you guys comboing it. I love bringing out the combo love. Heck yeah. That could be the best combo card of all time. 53 Tops, 54 Red Heart. What up, Dean? Man, me and Dean are doing a show together on Thursday. We're not doing it live. We're doing a recording. It's going to be really fun. Cannot wait. Supposed to do, one. I'm not even going to go into it, but he's coming on my channel, and I cannot wait. Really excited. And a couple other guys, too. 53 Mantle. Orlando. I thought 52 was your favorite. Now I do remember you saying the 53. Watching your favorite Mantles. You're right. Yes. Yeah, 53. All right, 58 All-Star. Mike, that was your first mantle. Yeah, that's pretty epic. 1983 reprint of the 52 for Chris. Chris, you're going to have the 52 Topps mantle one day. I know it. Probably sooner than you think. Or do you have it? No, you don't have it. Tell me if you have it. I don't think you have it. Mike, like the mantle 55 Bowman. Me too. I have the 55 Bowman right here. 56 Topps. I had the 56 Topps in an 80C. Sold that sucker. Cannot wait to get another one. That might be coming up. My first mantle, Stukes. My first mantle came out of a 1967 pack. Oh yeah, I remember you talking about that. That's just awesome. You got the drunk mantle out of a pack. That's sick, man. You got old hungover mantle. I love that card personally. I think it's just a really awesome card. I like watching the guys age through their cards. A lot of guys don't like the older players. I like when they get all old, like Warren Spahn, 65. Oh, 3D hates that card. And the Yogi, I love those cards. It's like a bookend to their career, and I don't want to say their life, but their baseball life. And to see them age it gives me hope to see those guys age and keep playing. All right. I'm moving on to the next one. Here we go. Yes, Theo, you better not be collecting those. I'm just kidding. Like you'd ever touch a printing plate in your life? Never, right? Don't touch those things. All right, 19. Okay, I did that one. Oh, next one. Oh, next one on the list. Number 28 on my list. 1956 Topps Mickey Mantle on my MVP. Card on card. I had it. I just told the whole story. I want that more than the 57. The whole season, oh yeah, I was wrong. I don't know why I said 57 was a Triple Crown year. 56 was a Triple Crown year. 57 was an insane year for him, though. He dominated that year. Absolute domination. The War was off the charts. 56, you could say, is the greatest season of all time. One of the greatest seasons in baseball history. Probably top 5. The thing about Mantle, people forget, like Mike Trout, yeah, I'll put him in the conversation, like, Willie Mays, over a Stan Musial type of guy. These guys had peak seasons that lasted like a 5-year span that was beyond anything we've ever seen. Babe Ruth. There's guys like that had them. Those guys, just because they fall off a cliff, but those peak seasons say something. Or like Sandy Koufax gets so much credit, but he didn't fall off a cliff because he didn't give himself a chance to. So accumulation time almost always begins with guys, except for a guy like Hank Aaron who just kept going. But Hank Aaron never had any seasons like Willie Mays or Mickey Mantle. He did not have any seasons that came even close to the seasons that Mantle, and you can say that about Stan Musial too. Actually, Stan, I think, had a couple monster seasons, so I take that back for you Stan fans. But to me, that's why Mantle is. People don't they look at his stats, they're not looking correctly in my mind. When I look at those stats, I see this lump of just glory. Okay, here we go. Next on the list. I'm not sure how many Mantles are on the list, but I'm a Mantle guy, so, a lot. And a lot that I own could have made the list, but I didn't put them on here. Next one on the list. Oh, you guys are going to hate me for this. Ooh, Greg. Well, you can't hate me. He's on my list. He's not number 27. But this card made the list. Actually, a couple that we passed made Mike Moynihan's list of top and Garrett's list of top 10. I guess it's everyone's list of all iconic cards of all time. Number 27, Greg, if you're still out there, this one's for you. T206. I also put T205 because I do not care. Whatever one comes along at the time when I'm looking for this card, I would gladly own. I don't like any more than the other. I don't care about the colors. Ty Cobb. So T205, T206, Ty Cobb. Been a card I've never dreamed of owning. Always thought it was $1 million baseball card since I was a kid. It's Ty Cobb. Gotta have one. And he will represent, if I say I get Ty Cobb in a T206, as another guy on my list, maybe a couple more on my list above Ty Cobb, that if I get one, whatever one I get first in a T206 or T205, I will purchase the other in a different set. And that goes for other cards on the list. I'm trying to get one card from every big set, like at least one card. So once I get one, I'll take a different one. So if a 2/205 comes up, I'll gladly pounce on that. I love T205s. I love it just as much as the T206. So either one, yeah, John, yeah, exactly. That would save me a bundle. But whatever one comes, yeah, Red Cobb is the best. Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, the red is pretty sick. Interesting fact, Mantle had only 4 seasons of 100 plus RBIs. Joe Carter had 10 seasons of 100 plus RBIs. You know, that's cool. RBIs, schmarbis, man. I'm talking, I'm a war guy. Everything, if you pick a player, I'm a full war guy. I read 2 books on war, and I am fully convinced that it's like anything. You do it, like Greg should love war, because if Greg's like an analytic guy, like, or he likes facts. I don't normally like facts, but when you put a guy's war together, if you have him on the field, that's how much better he is than the rest of the players. And you can't really argue with it. Oh, the eye appeal test, I saw him play. Yeah, sure. But you didn't see every single game, every single moment. But this conglomerate. So anyways, I go on for hours about it. It's a no another episode. Let's get back to the list. Next one on the list. Back to back, number 26 on my list, T205 or T206 Cy Young. Above Ty Cobb, yes. I want a Cy Young really badly. Could have bought one raw, had an opportunity. I mean, you guys have opportunities to run into Ty Cobbs. You go to the shop down the street, you probably find one. You can go on the internet, or I mean, Cy Young. I'm talking about in the flesh when I was ready to buy one. And that was probably about 7 years ago. And it was in a thick, screw down case on this island. And, I don't not regret it, but I do kind of regret it. But, another story for another day. But yeah, on my list at number 26. Everyone needs one. Hey, Carlos! Yeah, dude, I was hoping you popped on. I got something from you in the mail just right before this, bro. Woo! Look at this. Hey, everyone's gonna be jealous out there what I'm about to show you guys. First, I got a sticker in the mail from Canada because I'm Carlos. And because I asked him for a coaster. Look at that. I got that. And then I got a sick coaster. Oh my, I love coasters. I got one. I got a few different coasters. In fact, I'm going to put my drink, even though it doesn't need a coaster because it's water, on it right now. I will be using that. And then I got a sicko Cardo Bowman. Oh man, I've been really into Bowman lately. This is a perfect one. Is this 91? 92 Bowman? One or the other. Oh, so sick. Rookie card. Oh, I'll just call it a rookie card. Autographed on the back. I haven't even time to read this, but I did read your note, and I got a note. Dude, I don't even think I've spent that much time writing a note to anyone on YouTube yet. So that means a lot to me, Carlos, and you spent the money to send it and the time. Thank you. I'm freaking stoked. And it showed up, and I was like, Canada, I know what that is. So I'm really stoked. So thank you. Philippines collection. Welcome. Also, thank you for the great comment today. I read your comment on my video. Actually, I read everyone's comment. I was just doing a lot of stuff today, and I haven't replied to any of them. So appreciate that. Okay, where was I? The kink in the war at 2 ounces, bottom of the ninth. Yeah, I get that, Stooks. I get that. I totally get that. But that doesn't represent their whole career. And still, just in that moment doesn't mean they would have won the World Series. The whole team had to get to that moment. They all had to get to that moment. It wasn't a single person who got into that moment. It's a luck of the draw who got you to that moment. You could have be the worst player in the world and have the greatest moment in the history of baseball. That's why moments to me, that's why we love baseball, right? Because it's slow, but everyone gets a moment. But the war takes the whole conglomerate, and this is how much better your team would be if you were on it all the way through. So that's why I like it. I know, whatever. We're moving on to the next list. All right. Everyone should have security at 3 a.m. Hello, Keith. Keith's in here. Yeah, Keith. Right on. Yeah. Oh, there you are. Sick. All right, here we go. List. That number 25, man, you guys are like, you pre-war guys like throwing, as Greg would say, tomatoes at the screen. This one definitely going to get some slack for this. This one's, I'm leaving it very vague. Actually, I didn't even put a player's name. Number 25, a 1914 Cracker Jack card of any big name player. So same thing goes as before. If I buy a Walter Johnson, which, man, I was with Ken from Ken Cardboard, was last national year before last, and there was one available, and I almost, I talked to the guy, and I regret it to this day. I almost bought it, full blown on a whim. It was a 1.5. It was like $6,000. I think he wanted like 8, and I got him down to like 6 or 6.5, and it had a crease in it. I wish I would have just bought it. I definitely can't. I'm not gonna. That card, it would be hard to come by, I think, for that price now. I don't know. It's not like I've looked since, but any of those cards I would gladly own. I need one. I want it 14. I'll take it 15 if it has stains. If I know it's been in a Cracker Jack. So 15 too. Doesn't matter per se. I really don't care. I'm not like anal about it. I just want to make sure I know 14s, from what everyone says, came in packs. As long as there's stains all over the dang thing, and I'll take a 15 all day long. I want stains all over the back of that thing. That's what I want. Just got 55 minutes in, so Dylan might be on card 5 of 50. Yeah, Dan. I'm about halfway through the list. Dude, Dan, I never see you in these live chats. Freaking stoked. I was talking about you earlier. Your boy made the list. You're in. Everybody got to go look at your video. Dan does a face reveal for everybody in the chat. 3D. You love the faces. Dan does a face reveal, and Dan, I had you pegged. It's a voice, but I had you pegged 100% different. I don't even know what I had you pegged as, but when I saw your face, it blew my mind so much that I asked my wife. I was sitting there. I go, "Does that guy look like that? Words coming out of his mouth? Does that match?" Like she's like, "I know. Sounds like it to me." She's never heard you except maybe in the background, but never seen your face either. But I was like, I pictured you. I don't know what I pictured, but man, I was super stoked to see your face today. So it was great. It was great to see you at breakfast time. And when I sent that photo with you, your card, like, woo. Yeah. All right. Plenty of honest 15s are out there. Yeah, there we go. Thanks, John. Okay. Here we go. Let's see. Card number 24 on the list. Now, you guys are just like, oh, yeah, another pre-war, same thing. I want a T205 or T206 Walter Johnson. So Ty Cobb, Cy Young, Walter Johnson on my list. But the Cracker Jack is open to a lot of different players. But this, I want a Walter Johnson. I think I like the T205 is my favorite. The T206, the yellow one, is really just, you can't, it's like incredibly beautiful. For whatever reason, the T205 really, I don't know what it is about it. It really hits the spot for me. And so that one, I want a Walter Johnson so bad. I've read a lot about Walter Johnson. I know a lot about Walter Johnson somewhere up in this brain. And I just am really attracted to him as a person. And he played in Huntington Beach, my hometown. I didn't even know guys played there. I had no idea. A guy like that played in Huntington Beach, California. Blew my freaking mind. Next one on the list, 23. Okay, everybody get involved here. What is your favorite Ted Williams baseball card? Number 23 on my list. And I don't know if this is the last Ted Williams card on the list. Yeah, this is the... No, it's not. Number 23, 1948 Leaf Ted Williams. And to be honest, I don't know if I said this in my video today, but I think I did. But I have one saved search that isn't Mantle, Refractor, Reds, and printing plates and Jockey printing plates. Is the 1948 Leaf Ted Williams. I will buy that card if the right one pops up. Drew, a Vintage Legacy, has the example I want, exact example, and now I have a card of his that he wants, so it's pretty funny. He's going for that one. I'm going for that one. Really want it. All right, so let's see you guys' favorites. What up, Paul? Thanks for coming in. The pitching award should be the Johnson. I agree, and not the Cy Young. Yes. Jacob, thanks for coming in here. 1954 Topps, Ted Williams, #1. Yeah, that's a beautiful baseball card. Absolutely. Is the #1 the orange, or is that the yellow? I want to say that's the orange, but I could be wrong. I had numerous orange ones. I think I had 3 of them at one time. And then when I went on the purge of selling off-centered cards, I sold all of them. I have yet to find that card dead centered. I have seen one in my life, one dead centered. Now, I'm not caring about the dead centered on the 54 Topps cards anymore. If I'm hunting for one, it just needs to be close. It just needs to be sharp and look really good. There's a 54s are just impossible. I don't care enough to really put the pressure on myself, especially because I have some 54s that aren't dead centered, so they'll match my collection. So I really want that one bad. Orlando 1948 Ted Leaf is beautiful. Is that your favorite one? Dean 1941 Play Ball. Yeah, that's your favorite one. Yeah. Yep. Oh, Cat Out of the Bag. That's my favorite Ted Williams as well. It just represents the season. All right, 54 Wilson Franks is my dream Williams card, Dan. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I mean, that thing's massive. That one didn't make my list simply because it's unattainable for me. It's not unattainable, but I don't want to spend $20,000 on one card. There's 20 other cards I would rather have than that one $20,000 card. I just could not do it. My wife would cut my balls off if I did that. It would be done. My game would be over. If she found out I spent 20 grand on a card, oh my gosh, I'm at my limit with the $3,000 I've spent so far on one card. Mike, oh, it's orange. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Orange, thank you. Last one's yellow. But 71 Topps is also fire. 71 where he is smiling or where he's grumpy. Yeah, I love that. I think he's grumpy. I think he's got a scowl going on that one. 1959 Flair, Ted Williams, #12, Triple Crown year in Minneapolis. Yeah, that's a sick card, sick set. Looking at the final card right now from Scott from that 59 Flair set. Got it on my wall, 1 of 1. Actual drawing, actual print. All right, Tim, thanks for coming in. Lately losing cards to collectors who beat me to it. That's the nature right now, I think. 52 Burke Ross is a beauty. Yeah, that blue. That's a stunning. That's my favorite Burke Ross card. There's not even a second on the list. That's probably the only Burke Ross card that I would probably ever buy. Never say never, but that one to me has the color I love. I just love it. What up, Mike? I think I brought up your name earlier. I brought you up in my video. My wife made me a birthday card with 1955 Bowman card on it of Willie Mays and my head attached to it. And I was telling her in the video, and I told her, I was drinking in here. We were talking and hanging out in the card room. I was on the show with you and Theo and Chris. Chris could have said that story earlier, but thanks for coming in. Yeah, I want to keep my balls for sure. I didn't even read that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna keep them. We might need them one day. 1952 Redman Tobacco. Yeah, that's a sick one. Finally, another mic in here. So many mics. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Next on my list, number 22. Oh, get into a card that I have. I love showing cards that I have. And this one is a diamond in the rough. Absolutely was unexpected glory when it popped up. And this is a card that I told my wife. So this is like one that I haven't shown her this card. Not because she cares if I spend the money on the card. But I always told her, if you ever see this player's name on my wall, and I said this 10 years ago, whenever I started building this wall, it was 9 years ago. If you ever see this guy on my wall, you know I've spent too much on a baseball card. And this card is the card that I always pictured getting first of Joe DiMaggio. There we go. And this example popped up. I always just, because the way it says Joe DiMaggio, massive. You guys know I'm obsessed with bright colors and giant names on baseball cards. And seeing the word Joe DiMaggio is unlike seeing anything else. Probably the number one name for me to ever see on a baseball card is Joe DiMaggio. Like I said that to my wife, and I meant it way back then. Joe DiMaggio's name to me has always been giant in my brain. And this on the back says Joltin' Joe, which is awesome because all the shorts I've always done with Joe DiMaggio, like he is always, I always have that song playing, you know. It's just sick. So really, really an incredible card. Just couldn't pass it up. So yeah, this, and I'm just super stoked. Rick, yeah, remember when I told you like way back your card, you have like a 3. And I said it was like, I don't know, I think at the time I probably said 1,500. It because I've always been shopping about that card. Even back then when you shared yours, and I knew the prices, shopping this card for years and years. And I paid 1,500 for my 1.5. So, but I probably paid more than anyone's ever paid for 1.5. No, I think I know I didn't, because one ended that was bent in half for a 1.5 that went at auction for more than what I got. I just got lucky, but maybe not lucky. You know, maybe just more dumb people like me spending a lot of money on a card because I like the beauty of the card. I don't care about the grade. So I can't believe I have it. So super stoked. And it made my list, and I got to highlight it on my checklist. You know, just sick. All right, number 21 on my list I do not have, and that's the 1938 Goudy Heads Up Bob Feller card. With the scribbles, with the cartoons, it's mandatory. Those cards, to me, aren't worth collecting if they don't have the cartoons. Those are the only ones I even knew about as a kid. Those are the ones that they never show, the ones without cartoons in the magazines. Just the cards. It's the card for me. When I get that Bob Feller card, it's like, you know, and it'll go towards my set, which I almost have complete of the entire set of the Goudy Heads Up with cartoons. And that's a monster. And if I find the right example, I will pounce on that card. But I don't have it on my watch list. So if it comes up, I'm not even gonna know about it because I'm not ready to spend the money on it. But I will if I see it. If that makes any sense at all, any of that. All right. No more comments. The chat got so quiet. All right, number 20 on my list. This is a rookie card of Jackie Robinson, 1949 Bowman. Yeah, this crushed by like 15 or so spots. It beats out the Leaf card to me. Just a better looking baseball card. You know he's on the Dodgers. It's an absolute stunner of a card. And I mean, the price had nothing to do with it. The other Jackie fits in my price range on my list. The Leaf card, 48, 49. But now we know, Leaf is 49. So the Bowman is officially a rookie card. And I really want that card. Shout out to Lou Rock getting that incredible example he's got. Just a masterpiece. I want it real bad. Fellas, 37 Dixie lid premium and stunning, not just because I have one. Yeah, Mike, that's sick. I love that. All the cards I have are stunning, so it's okay too. You can think a card stunning only because you own it. I do it all the time. Every one of my cards is my favorite. So yeah, Jackie Robinson rookie card. I want that card. There's another Jackie Robinson on this list. My favorite Jackie Robinson card of all time, and the card that I think will go up the most in the future on this entire list and in the entire hobby, and I've been saying it for 3 years, is another card on this list coming up. Number 19 on my list. Yeah, this one will blow your mind. A T206 card of Tris Speaker. Higher up than Walter Johnson. Higher up than Ty Cobb. Higher up than Cy Young. Tris Speaker's T206 card in particular has been one of the most iconic cards for me of all time. When I was trying to make my one hands list and Garrett's list, I was gonna put it in the chat, and I started to, and I just couldn't do one at that moment, and I never got around to making a video. Plus, I would have done it all wrong. Anyways, I think everyone did it right. But most people picked the ones they think should be top and made their own reasons for it, because that still tells you what the hobby thinks, because we are the hobby. So I would have chose this Tris Speaker probably on that top 10 list of all time baseball cards, but it's really close on this. Well, I guess I wouldn't have, because I have the list. He's at number 19. So I guess I wouldn't have, but he did it real close. So yeah, Tris Speaker card, man, I really want that card. It's affordable. I will buy that card one day. It's just the most beautiful baseball card. The blue, I want the dark blue, and I want a different back. I talked to Orlando about it. I sent him a copy like a couple years ago, coupon back, and I saw it, and I actually regret not buying that. It was still up for like a year and a half. Finally, someone finally bought it just a few months ago, because one day I went on, I was just like, I was drinking, so I'm gonna go buy that card right now. It was like $1,200 or something, and I had it on there for like a year and a half. And like I said, I never looked up comps for that card. I don't. It just comps to me. I just don't care. I don't care about them. I know what baseball cards are worth when I'm just talking about these basic cards. You know, they're worth what I want to pay. Number 18 on my list, 1952 Bowman Willie Mays, way up there on my list. Probably because I have the Mickey Mantle, but also because I think it's my, second favorite. I mean, I could just look at my list. It's my second favorite Willie Mays card of all time. The image on it, the autograph facsimile across it, 52 Bowman, is just glorious when you look at having Mickey Mantle and Willie Mays side by side on display. Those two guys, and to me, 52's their rookie season. I don't care. My childhood brain is part of my man brain. It's part of my adult old man brain. It is a combined thing, especially when I'm playing with my baseball cards. I do not take the other one lightly. They are both, it's 50-50. And 52 Topps was a rookie card. 52 Bowman Mantle is my rookie card. And 52 Willie Mays is my, rookie card. So eat that, eat that, YouTube. Go after me for that one. I love that card. I can't wait to get that card and be clubbies with a lot of you guys, but my buddy Adam, Vintage Sanctuary. Okay, let me read some more comments. I'm missing some of these comments, and I love reading them. Cardboard and plastic. Dan, prefer the 1949 Bowmans over the Leaf for the most part. However, the Leaf Warren Spawn beats the Bowman. I forget what IMO means. I always forget what that one means. But of course you like the 49 Bowman. You have to say that. And I also agree. The Warren Spawn Leaf is like just mind-blowingly beautiful. All right, Mike Jayhawker. Is John 380 still in here? Probably not if he hasn't commented back. John, what is that beautiful home run Baker you showed a little while back? Oh yeah, I don't remember what it is. I do remember seeing it. I'm telling Victor. Dude, Victor already doesn't like me. I listened to his video today. He was like, I'm so he said something, I don't want to quote him or nothing, but some on the lines of, I'm just sick of guys saying base cards are, hold no value in the hobby. I don't know his exact words, but I had a comment on there. Base cards are great. I said this already in this. They're great to collect. They're great because everyone can own one. The 89 Upper Deck, the 2012 Mike Trout Topps base card just always baffled my brain. Why is that thing worth more than $200? It's a base card. I know 2012 they didn't print as many, so I get that. But it never made sense in my brain. I'll never spin out. So I had to type that in Victor. So Victor's already pissed. So hopefully he's not watching this. I'm like, parallel cards are the ones that go up and down the most. Base cards, to me, will never go up in value. Base modern cards. There's just millions of them. They're great to collect, and that's the whole point. everyone can own a raw one for $10, an Ohtani rookie for $20. It's sick. All right, Victor would never watch this far into one of my videos. Okay, I think we disagree on everything. Except I love rookie cards as much as him. Okay, so let's see. That was Willie Mays, 52. Hey, Rick, what's your favorite Willie Mays card, by the way? I don't know if I know. I want to know your favorite. Had to take a shower, but I'm back. Yeah, Orlando, welcome back. Dude, you guys are all up so late, except for Rick. Okay, number 17 on the list. Going back to 1948 Leaf again, 1948-49, before I get thrown off YouTube. Stan, the man, Musial. This card. Oh my gosh, I want this card so badly. That would bring the Holy Trinity, another Holy Trinity of my 3 cards that I want to own. Well, I want the Jackie too. You know, that's on my list as well. So it's the four Trinity, the Holy Four Trinity. But that one was, I was on 3-3 with Adam Vintage, or the Adam Splendid Sports years ago. First one he ever did. I wish he would bring that back. I picked that card, and I still want that card. It's just a beautiful card. The Stallmeyer. Rick. Is that the yellow bordered Stallmeyer, the super gnarly one? Round, yeah. And you have it? I think you have it. Yeah, I'm about 100% sure you have it. I love that we know each other's collections because we see each other, even if we don't watch everyone's individual videos, all the lives and everything. We really get to know each other's collections, and that brings us close together as friends. I love that. You guys know I love that stuff. I eat it up. Number 16 on my list. 1941 play ball. Ooh, let me grab that card. Let me grab it. The greatest baseball season. Orlando, the Red Heart is your favorite. Stan the Man. Yeah, that's a lot of people's favorite. It's an awesome card. I would like to get that card. And you know what? That was one card that I just recently, I never data dive, and I looked in to see if that card went up in value. Everyone says it's so expensive. It hasn't gone up in value. It's the same price as when I was watching a long time ago. So Stan's card they're like, it's just awesome. So I still have a chance at that card. Usual Red Heart. Yeah, there we go. Greatest season of all time, baseball history. And this is the 1941 play ball Ted Williams. The glare from my TV because I'm watching to see if it's kind of focused or not. Yeah, not super focused, but whatever. The color is not quite showing on there, but this card, woo, man, I never thought I'd have this card. Another one, thanks to me selling off all those high grade cards over the last years and just changing my entire way of collection, of my collecting ways, buying the lower grade and having all the extra funds to buy some big monster Grail cards I never thought I'd own. Not a single crease or wrinkle in this freaking beauty either. I just love that. So yeah, freaking stoked. Yeah, Petty. Woo! Thanks for coming in here, man. That was really fun on the live yesterday. I was stoked you were on there. That was super sick. All right, yeah. Woo! All right, Ted Williams, 1941 play ball. Well, what one's going to come next? At number 15 cards I want before I die. 1941 play ball. Take it out of its sleeve. I want to take my shirt off. I should turn the AC up, but I have it low so you guys don't hear the AC going like bonkers. Is the 1941 Joe DiMaggio greatest season in baseball history. Having these two side by side. They're in my album now. I have an iconic album, so all of them are off my wall. It was basically to get me to stop buying big cards and save my money and, change my focus away so I don't look at them every day and get obsessed and want others. So it's been working for me. Been really falling back in love with some smaller cards and just enjoying the cards I have. So way up there on my list. Joe DiMaggio. It's crazy. Woo-wee. Just like, I mean, the two records like that have still yet to be broken in the same season in 1941. Just the meaning of it, really special. So many books have been written about 1941, the season, the players, the two players that I just named just showed during that season. Unbelievable. All right, next on the list. Thank you, thank you. Anybody have a favorite Joe DiMaggio card? Because that's not my favorite. Favorite one's coming up. Okay, number 14, baby. Number 14, we're getting there. 1951 Bowman rookie card, Mickey Mantle. Another Mickey Mantle rookie card. Yeah, he's got two. He's got the 52s and he's got the 51s, baby. I love that card. It's just an iconic card, and I can afford that card in a one still. It is 8,000 or lower on my list. It would be a miracle, but it is still affordable in my range. And, you know, I could bump that range up as the year goes by. I will not spend $8,000 on a card right now, but maybe in a year, who knows what I do with my collection and who knows where I go with this. But I'm in a timeout for spending right now, which is just awesome. Feels good. So yeah, I really want the rookie card. Another Mickey Mantle on the list. Actually, it's not the last. It's not my favorite Mickey Mantle on the list. That one's still coming up. Number 13 on my list. 19. Ooh, let me show it. I have it. I have it. Love it. Where is that beauty? One of the hardest cards in the entire hobby to find dead center. Truly, it's a 9 on my centering scale out of a 10. A 10 being the Ozzie Smith rookie card. I've never actually seen a dead nut centered Ozzie Smith. You can get close. 10s aren't even centered. But the Clemente you can find dead centered. But it is a 9 on my 1 out of 10 centering scale. And I found one. And I found an absolutely beautiful example in a glorious PSA 3. There are no wrinkles and no creases. And when I bought this card, and just like all my big Topps cards, none of them have creases and none of them have wrinkles. So I sacrificed on corners and other, corners basically, because the image is really nice on this. It's really nice. Sacrificed on corners. And I'm okay with that. But this card, I have yet to see one as good as this in the lower grades. Well, actually in any grade lower than like a 9 that I saw. I haven't even seen like a centered 7 before or centered 6. I haven't seen a dead center one since I bought this, except for a 9. Dead center. Now maybe I've seen a friend. Maybe I don't know. I don't think I have. But let's just say I bought this and I became great friends with the seller on eBay. I text him all the time, like daily. His name's Jason. He has an Instagram account now. I text him all the time, and I always heckle him like, he's still looking for another copy. And he's always sharing me the links to those because he still wants one, and he sold it to get some monsters. He's one of those guys that sells a lot, sells big cards to get even bigger and bigger and bigger. He builds his collection like that. And I love it. I at that time, Topps, and I still feel this way for my Topps and Bowman cards. I don't want creases or wrinkles. And I will take creases and wrinkles all day long in the pre-war and the older stuff. And I'll even go off-centered. But Topps, I have these rules. I have made exceptions on very small amounts of them. But those big ones, I love that card. I'm freaking stoked on that card. So there we go. Favorite Clementes? Anyone? Favorite Clementes? Love the 63 Topps and the Fleer. I love the 63 Topps. That's a pretty expensive card. Like, that's a $400 card. Like, that's a big card. And the Fleer, I had one and it was dead centered. beautiful image until I got it in hand, and it was just barely out of focus, just enough to bother my eyes when I put my glasses on, and I held it really close. So I sold it for a little more than I paid. So, it doesn't matter. I don't even like saying that because I'm not tooting my horn. I've sold lots of cards at losses over the years. It's irrelevant. It was just nice to get out of a card and not lose money, for once, right? Like when you get a card in hand, I'm a guy, if I get a card in hand, a vintage card, and I truly it doesn't hit the spot in the moment, I have no problem listing it. And if I lose money, I really don't care. I mean, a bummer, I lost $20 here, $30 there. If I can't enjoy it, I just unload it right away. I get rid of it. 60 Clemente is sick, Mike. Yeah, I know it says Bob. I don't care. Yeah, the 60 Topps is your favorite design of all time, Topps. So, but yeah, that's a really sick card. It's one of my favorites too. And I actually have an incredible example of that card. Okay, going on to the next one. Number 12 didn't make my top 10. Really hard for me not to put this on my top 10. I think before I realized that I could attain these cards. So maybe my top 10 of all time cards might be different than this because value wouldn't play a part, where this one value plays a part, and only in the fact that I need to afford these cards. I didn't want it filled with cards that I couldn't afford. This card on the list, it's a card I saw at my neighbor's house when I was really little. I could have been 7 years old when I saw this card. And let me grab it. That's right here. And the story goes, my buddy named Ryan, we played home run derby together, and his dad, George Flower. Rest in peace, George Flower. I saw his cards when I was a kid, and he had a binder in his room, and me and his son went in his room, and he showed us all his baseball cards. He collected vintage cards when I was very little. So this could be one reason I really fell in love with vintage. He had Babe Ruths. He had, I think he had Babe Ruths that were like the rookie cards. Like he had black and white Babe Ruth cards. I just vividly remember that in particular. But he also had a 1968 Nolan Ryan. Now, at the time, this card wasn't a massive card. It was probably 1987 or something, but it was massive to me to see a Nolan Ryan rookie card. I knew what it was then. I grew up in the era since I started collecting cards. There were Beckett's, there were price guides, and I literally knew I had a price guide the day I had baseball cards. And I will stand by that. I have proof of that. Highlighted like the Bible. Up in the attic somewhere. I have yet to find it, but I have other examples of it. And he had this card. So years later, when I got on YouTube and I really let the cat out of the bag with everyone in my collection, I found him on Facebook and I reached out. It's like 3 years ago, and he called me. And I didn't know my mom was friends with him on Facebook too. I think that's how I found her. I think I asked my mom, remember George? And so anyways, he called me and I talked to him, and he sold his collection decades ago. And I was so bummed because I finally got the courage to ask him, and I would have bought the collection from him. And he passed away like a couple months after I talked to him, a heart attack. And I'm so glad that I got to talk to him that last time. I'll never forget that moment in his room with his son and looking at his collection. It changed my outlook on life forever. That whole moment was huge for me as a kid. It's like one of those moments in life you just remember, like my Robin Yount moment. Finding that card at my friend's house, it will go down in history as one of my favorite moments in life. And same with that time with George, looking at his cards. So rest in peace, George. I like to bring him up, and that card always reminds me of him. Next card on the list, number 11. This one would have made, it was really close to making the top 10. The most iconic card for me growing up as a kid. The most iconic card. That to me, I own an example because I'm looking for it. Because I had it card on card. And it was a celebration that Topps did. And they did one for Hank Aaron as well in 1974. And I'm still looking for it. Oh, yeah, I know where it is. And it's none other than in 1963, the dreaded floating heads that YouTube just hates. And you know what? I just love this card. Looking and holding this card in hand is beyond measurable to half my childhood brain. I mean, and my adult brain. Seeing Pete Rose's head in that little circle gives me the chills. It gives me that the baseball card sweats. Like that card to me was the card to own in my childhood. There was no other card. This was big. I mean, I would say this was bigger than the 52 Topps mantle at that time. For me, as my memory goes, I had the the one I talk about, the 86 Topps they did the special of. I crinkled one up when I was a kid to make it look vintage, and I would hold it in hand and pretend I had the original copy. I had a huge infatuation with this card, and if I would have known as a kid that I'm glad I didn't buy it then, because it was probably, you could buy this card now for the same price you paid back then. Maybe not in this grade in particular, but you could buy this card in for probably $800 in a lower grade. I'm guessing here, $800,000 in a lower grade. That's probably what they went for back in the day. That's why I love grading. It gives you that chance. You don't feel like you're getting ripped off. I would have bought one of these cards in the back in the day. It was probably fake, So when I bought this card, I bought this in the flesh from my buddy. Where is he? I got a picture of him somewhere. I always talk about him right here. Ernest. Right there. I bought that from Ernest, I don't know, 6-7 years ago. And I remember driving home with this. And another card coming up is on my list that I bought with him same day. It just went bonkers. Went to the mall, show, the two vintage guys, and he sold me this and another card. I'll never forget stopping at the stoplights and looking down at this card and just being like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. What a monster baseball card. All right, let me read the comments. Hate it. Rather have the 64. Orlando, no. That's YouTube getting to you, brother. YouTube gets to people. Like, I honestly think that people hate this card more than any other card on YouTube. It's okay. See what I mean? I think the design is out of this world. For the 60s, like the drug era, like this card is sick, and I'm a design guy. Like, imagine having to hand cut those floating heads out and then do a design like glue. I imagine them like gluing them on and like, I don't know, not even sure they could scan things back then. I'd love to know that card was made. My favorite Rose card by far is the 64, but all his 60 cards, yeah, I use 64. I love 64. I have it right next to it in my iconic album, so don't be fooled. His card's iconic too, and this was iconic as a child too. Like, it's a monster card, absolutely spectacular baseball card. I have it, but 63 crushes it. It's not even the same realm. All right, here we go. I'm 45, William. I don't know where that puts me. All right, number 10. Oh, here we go. Number 10. So if Mike's still there, most iconic. This is on my list. Comes in at number 10. Flip back over through my album. 1954. Mystery shout out to someone who just picked one up. I wish I would have listened to my own advice and buy what I don't like. Yeah, you always say that, Betty. Maybe I'd have a 63 Rose, just never been able to pull the trigger. Well, you know what? To be honest, Mike, that how big that card was back then. I guess there was a period of time, the last decade, 2 decades, you could have bought that card for a lot cheaper. But I'm never gonna buy a card I don't like. No matter what, it's just not gonna happen. There's too many cards that you could buy that I love that will, they'll hit the box that will go up in value in the future as well. And this 1954 Topps Willie Mays, Hank Aaron rookie card. This one has no creases and no wrinkles. One of those that it was, my Topps cards, I didn't want creases and wrinkles. So I still don't. So I gave way for the rounded corners. And they're like they're my favorite rounded corners because they're the rounded corners that Kurt's Card Care could totally fix because all the cardboard's still there. It's all bunched up. You squish it out. You get a pretty good point out of all the corners. They haven't been worn to nothing. They're there. They're just kind of like smashed in. So it's just one of those cards. As Mike said, his friend says, there's never a bad time to buy. Maybe Eric goes back pages. A Hank Aaron rookie card. I'm sure there's a bad time, but it's a stunning card. 54 Johnson is your favorite Stukes. That's a pretty sick card. I like that card. But I just don't think anything can beat the Topps, no matter what. 1965 Topps is the best Pete Rose, and I'm not wrong. Yeah, you're wrong, dude. Me and you were factuals. Like, we speak in facts, baby. Our own facts up here. What a show. Sorry I missed the first hour. Honest Corners. Goodman. Yeah, Honest Corners, Ready? That's it, baby. Honest Corners. Here we go. Number 9 on the list. This card. The day I get this card. There's actually one. I don't even want to say where it is because one day I might drink enough and just be like, buy it now. It's probably gone by now, but I'm going to say the card anyways. Here goes. There's a sick 52 Willie Mays in a one that's one of the, it's really nice. Has those rounded corners that it's like, but the image, it's like $3,000. It might even be gone now. 1952 Topps. Oh wait, no, this is a different one. I couldn't even read. This is a Jackie Robinson 1952 Topps card, okay? This isn't. This is low. That's what I thought. I thought I put this other player higher up. Oh no, I'm blind again. Jackie's above. My bad. Dude, that's the smallest writing. I should have brought my scope out. I'm right. 1952 Topps Willie Mays. 1952 Topps Willie Mays at number 9. One of the most iconic cards in the hobby, period. Card that I think should be worth loads more than what it is now. Probably will be one day. I love that Willie Mays cards came down in value. It's so nice. Now's the time, in my opinion, to buy them. Even though I'm not, great time. I don't need to look up comps to know that. I know it. It's here from experience, from looking. Can't see with the glasses. Dude, I can't. Yeah, how small this writing is. It's so freaking small. Then I'm highlighting the crap out of it. Next one on the list, the one I mentioned, number 8, just above the Willie Mays in the 52 Topps. 1952 Topps, Jackie Robinson. Major regret of mine. I had a Jackie Robinson 1950 Topps card in my checkout. I don't know when this was, 12 years ago or something. And it was a 5. It was, it was sharp as a tack because I was buying off-centered sharpness. That's all I cared about. And I want to say it was like $3,500 to $4,000 or something. I think it was $3,500. I have a screenshot of it. To this day, I'm just kicking myself. Just wish I would have got drunk enough to have hit the button. The best purchase in my life was the most alcohol in my body. It's the truth. I speak the truth here. It's not like I'm proud of that or anything, but it's not, and they're not like all of a sudden, they're not like all of a sudden, it's like you see the card, it's on your watch list, and then have some drinks, and I don't want to say man up either, because it's not manning up. It's being stupid and it's being irresponsible and dumb, all those included. But it does help you man up. And I've always told my wife, like, when I drink, what comes out of my mouth, I stand by. If I say something mean or wrong anytime, if I'm drunk, I hope I'm held accountable for it. So just as my actions, I'm accountable for those. So drinking just lets me loosen up a little bit and hit that buy button. So if I would have drank a little more, I probably would have bought that card. I have a lot of cards that I do not regret buying when I was drinking. So I'm sure so many of you out there have the same stories. It's just how it goes, man. Collecting's fun, man. Fun all aspects, you know. All right, I like talking about all of it. More reasons and how I buy some of these cards. All right, number 7 on the list. Moving on up to the east side. Here we go, baby. This will make Greg happy. Not here. Not going to watch this again. But this card was more iconic than the 54 Hank Aaron when I was a kid. And to me, this was a must-have baseball card when I was an adult. And when I was an adult, found this in the flesh and bought this lovely. Let me see if I turn this down a little. Maybe that'll help it show up a little better. It might be a little. Yeah, there we go. I was blasting them out. That's way better. The color pops now. It shows how it's supposed to. The 19. Oh, it shows over the. Let's see if I go over here. Showing right over the comments. You guys haven't even seen a card the whole night. I didn't even realize that. Oh, what an idiot. 1954 Ernie Banks. One of the most beautiful baseball cards in the history of sports cards. Top 10 most iconic cards of all time. Absolutely. Ernie Banks, one of my favorite players in the history of baseball. Love Mr. Cub. Love this card. And then I'm really proud of myself for such an incredible example I have here. You know, in a 4, no creases, no wrinkles, and one of those 4s that would 150% grade a 4 today. It wouldn't grade it higher. The eye appeal looks phenomenal. The image is spotless. Perfect. The image of an 8. But the corners are 4. It wouldn't grade a 3.5, wouldn't grade a 3. It would grade a 4 today. Maybe SGC, it might get a 5. But I did really well on this card. And, I bought it in the flesh. That's why. I bought it with my own in hand from my buddy when I bought that Pete Rose, And no, I wasn't drinking at that time. Just he had them, and I knew he had them. And I've been thinking about it for quite a while. And he decided he was going to sell them. Scooped them. All right, here we go. I got my 54 Banks and 89 for Ripken FF card. Oh, I remember you telling that story. That's incredible. You just nailed it. That's why you hate modern. It all goes down in value. That's why you had a $2,000. I don't know. Ernie Banks was probably $500 then, right? You had a $500 modern card, and now it's not $500 anymore. Right? I guess if you get it in a 10. It's funny because I just got my first Ripken FF card, I don't know, 3 years ago from my buddy Ernest. I bought it for $15 from him. I sent it to PSA. It came back at 9, and I was actually I wasn't like mad. It came back at 9, but instantly I knew I was going to sell it. Sold it. I'm just saying the price because it's come up way more. Sold it for 125, and I was like, yeah, I can buy another one for $15. And I did. I bought another one for $15 from Ernest again, and I kept that one raw. And now that card, I think it's a lot more than $125. I saw one end the other day in a 9. I was like, what? It was already at like $200. I was like, that's just ridiculousness. It's not rare. Like, what's happening here? And how they graded mine a 9. That thing had the most chopped up corners. I think I said it was going to be a 7. It was all chopped up. They thought it was like an O-Pee-Chee. O-Pee-Chee, they give those rough cuts. But don't give like PSA scale's all kind of weird. Another subject for another day. That one bothered me. It had like a staining on the back too. A 9. I was like, they were blind as a bat. So I unloaded that thing. Someone else can deal with that ugly 9. I'd gladly buy another for $15. All right, next card on the list. Let me read the comments, man. I got my, oh yeah, great trade, Petty. Yep. That's quite a deal, Petty. People were crazy for that Ripken. Yeah, people were crazy. I wasn't, it's funny, my parents never gave me rules, but my own brain gave me rules. I went to a Christian school all through since kindergarten, all the way through high school. My mom was a librarian at that school, elementary through 8th grade librarian, all the way through. So, for go back to the Ripken with the F word on it, I gave myself rules because I was like under the umbrella that, you know, I don't even want to get into religion or anything like that, but I'll just say the quick story. Like, as a kid, you know, I thought I would go to hell if I owned that card, right? It was like I didn't watch The Simpsons growing up, not because my parents didn't tell me. I didn't collect Garbage Pail Kids, not because my parents didn't tell me, because I was scared to death. Just collect them. That's the truth. Okay, we'll move on from there. That's why I never collected them as a kid. Not because I had rules, not because my parents, because I didn't want to go to hell. So number 6 on the list, 1952 Bowman. Oh wait, I have this card. Let's get it out. Ooh, here we go. Oh, let me read some more. Jayhawker, my LCS owner used to give us kids 6 packs of 1982 Tops if we traded our 82 Donruss San Diego chicken card to him. You want to know why? Well, you probably know, Mike, because that 82 Donruss chicken was on fire back when I was a kid. I bought one, a single one. I bought singles back then out of the vintage junk box. That's how I love vintage. I have one right here. Bought this Eddie Matthews out of a junk box when I was a kid. I think it's the very first vintage baseball card I bought as a kid. Yeah, one of the first right here. Especially of a big player. I bought this out of the junk box for like $1. And it was like, that's in the dollar box. And that chicken I bought for like $6. I saved up numerous weeks of allowance mowing lawns. I got $6. I think it was $6. I bought that card back then. I still have it. It's in a box somewhere. But yeah, so he was, you know, stealing from you guys. He's selling those things for $6-10, giving you a 25-cent pack. But 82 Tops, you know, I wondered if was that an 82, because that chicken got real popular when I was probably 7 years old. Why is it hard to get a higher grade 8 or more for the 82 Tops traded? William, I don't know. I've seen thousands of them. I didn't know it was hard to get. I see them all. I've seen them all the time. Maybe to get one when you send it in, just buy one already graded because they're a dime a dozen. It was on fire. That was the year I started collecting. The Chicago Bears have already pissed me off enough for an entire season. Jason, what up, dude? Were you on here earlier? I just seen you. Jason, I owe you. Oh, let me focus. Focus, camera. Focus. Do I have to click the camera? Well, Jason, I owe you an apology, I think. During my video, my YouTube video of celebrating, come on, focus, baby. All my favorite channels I watch, blah, blah, blah. All that for the All-Stars. You were on my list. And I don't think I think just like I had this tiny little baby writing, I think I passed it up. How can I get this thing to focus? And you were on my list and I voted for you. So you're the vote counted. I sent it to Eric. Whatever, out of focus for a minute until this thing clicks in. What is happening with this? There we go. So you had my vote, so I apologize for that. I wish I would have talked about you and what you mean to the community and all that good jazz. Okay, moving on. William, your first pack was 1975 Tops. Man, that's glorious. Holy smokes. That's like the greatest set ever to be your first. All right, we're getting up there. Number 5. All right, focused finally. Thank God. 1953 Tops. Mickey Mantle, my highest. Oh, I didn't even show the card of the last one. I got so sidetracked. Jason fouled me up. We're reversing course, going back to card number 5. Card number 6 on my list. 1952 Bowman rookie card of Mickey Mantle. Man, when I was a kid, this was all over the binders. This was everywhere. This was like the greatest card in the world. I never thought, never dreamed I could have this until my buddy Adam bought that one Joe DiMaggio, and it opened my eyes. And when I went around at that national with a box of cards to trade, I only one dealer. I kid you not. I had to have asked over 100 dealers if they wanted my box of baseball cards to trade. No one was taker. Some off, some had some crazy low ball. Well, this one guy literally traded straight up. I think it was 16 graded cards, vintage cards, and he gave me full comps for my cards. I had the prices comped out on the back of my cards, and he gave me what I wanted for them. And then we looked up comps for this. We looked up comps for this because we were doing direct trade. I just kind of blew my mind. Like, I felt like I was taking advantage of the dealer. I felt like I was a kid again, full blown taking advantage of my friends, going, I'll give you these $1 cards for that Roger Clemens 1985 Topps. That was like the game. Well, I felt like I was taking advantage of the actual dealer at the show. And he traded me for this insane. This is before eye appeal. I know everybody knows eye appeal has been around forever. I've always looked at my cards, but true eye appeal top. What's going on now in the hobby is different. It's different. Centering is new to the market. It's a different conversation than I'm having now, but it has to do with this card because I was looking for that at the National, and it was when I was selling off all those high grade off-centered stuff in my collection, and all those ones I traded them were all 7s and 8s, and they were all off-centered. And they were like leaders cards. There was one 53 Bowman Pee-wee. I had two of them, two Pee-wees. One was in a 6, one was in a 5.5. I don't remember what was in the deal, but traded straight up for this and $200 comps. Greatest trade of my life. I was like, holy, I was like shaking. I never went back to that dealer. I avoided that table at all costs because I thought he was going to flag me down and be like, you ripped me off, kid. You're the dealer. I'm thinking, but I'm not even going near that booth the whole rest. I literally, I saw him at the next year's National. I didn't even go to the table. I still thought he was going to take my trade back. I felt like a full-blown kid, like full-blown taking advantage. Even though he got a lot of cards. He got that 53 Bowman. It's fantastic. And I'm sure he knew what he was doing. He wanted to sell cards quick, and those high grades sell quick. But I thought it was crazy. And now with the way the eye appeal thing's catching on, like that's just like, phenomenal. All right, let me read the comments. No need for an apology. Thank you. Love the 52 Bowman, Mick. Ouch, with the book value on the Mantle current. I don't know, probably exactly what I got it for. I traded $200 for it back then. I want to say in a 2.5, that's probably on the high end of a 2.5 if just me looking at cards for sale. But I've never actually looked it up. But that's a highest eye appeal you're going to find in 2.5. The image is flawless. It's pretty much dead centered. Sherry on top. That's perfect. I don't even know. It's some honest corners, but less honest than a 2.5. One of those like regrade. It would be a 2.5 in a PSA. I would guarantee it. Great card. Back to the list. Comments. You won that deal. Never go back. Yeah, all right. All right, here we go. Number 4. Man, we're really getting up. Oh, no, number 5. 1953 Topps Mickey Mantle. My favorite Mickey Mantle card of all time. Even more, I'm with you in Orlando now. Now that I remember. It's the greatest looking Mickey Mantle card ever created. And it all comes back to, 1991? 90, 91, 1993. I don't remember the year. Archives. Topps came out with a set, Topps Archives, and they had the whole set of 1953 Topps, or at least giant cards from the set. And you could open packs of it. Spectacular. And I opened those, and I loved them. And the 53 Topps from that was worth like $20 back then. It's probably still worth $10. from the archive set, you know? Especially a graded one, probably in a 10 is probably worth the $200 because it's crazy. I think that is the most magical mantle card. And it's one that if it just came across my screen in the perfect form, the perfect grade, affordable, and I was drinking enough, oh, I'd smash that thing. If I found one that looked like Adam Vintage Sanctuary, if I found one like his, I would just buy it and then I'd worry about it later. Opposite of you, Petty, I'm okay with buying cards. I mean, I have the money, and I pay for it, but I'm okay with knowing that I would have to part with cards after the fact. And I would, because I wouldn't just take that out of I would take it out, I'd buy a credit card, and then I'd pay it off. I don't leave credit cards on, I pay them off every month. But I'm okay with going out on a whim and doing that. And it would be in my range where my wife wouldn't, she wouldn't cut my balls off. $3,000, right? Bam. So I love that card. All right, moving on up. Next one on the list. We're getting huge, and I have some of these cards. We're at number 4. I have 3 out of the 4 of my all-time favorite cards on this list. All-time cards. Number 4, greatest baseball cards that I want before I die. Out of 55 cards is the 1933 Goudey Lou Gehrig. And this is card number 92. I know there's 2 from the set. This card, the image on this card, to me, when I was a kid, this is right there with the Pete Rose. This is top 10 iconic cards. This is his XRC in the Beckett. This is his rookie card. Now, I didn't even think about that until James Elite Hunters pointed that out to me when I was talking to him about what Gehrig was his favorite and mine, quite a while ago, but a conversation I always remember. And Lou Gehrig, this card is Lou Gehrig's greatest baseball card. I know people like the other one that looks like, what's his name? What is his name? The famous guy I always talk about. He got in trouble. Alec Baldwin. That's the Alec Baldwin rookie card. A lot of people like that one, the 34, or the other ones. I don't think they just don't even touch this one. I don't even know how you can like that one more. How can you like one more than this? I don't even know. How can you like any Lou Gehrig card more than this? Everyone is wrong unless they like this card. This is the most iconic Gehrig card. I mean, I feel bad for everybody out there who thinks otherwise. It's crazy to me. All right, number 1. Anybody else? Don't even put it in the comments because I'm just going to throw stones at it. Oh, man, you're all wrong. All right, number 3 on the list. Now, no one's going to have this at number 3 except for a few of us. This, to me, is spectacular. When I bought this card, I can't move, or this dang thing, this camera sucks. Unfocused. Oh, we had it there, guys. We had it. I was finally focused on a show. And this has nothing to do with my internet. This is my camera acting up. This is a card I had on my list in particular to hunt for at the 2000. Yes, there we go. Just in time to show it. Not going to move, not moving down, bending down again. Just in time. I had this. I in particular looked for this card. And this is actually the rarest of all the Goudey Babe Ruth cards. The 35 4-in-1s are the most rare, if they're even rare, but there's like 200 of each example, if I'm not mistaken, of each of these graded there. I think there's 4 different versions. I don't care which one I have. I don't even know which one I have, but I have one. And the 4-in-1 with Babe Ruth in that corner is absolutely mind-blowing to me to hold this card. This was everywhere as a kid. In the 4-in-1s, 4 players on 1. Of course, my eye only goes to Ruth. But to me, this is Mangini's favorite card of all time, the green Ruth. I have it. I already have the green Ruth right there. I think the green Ruth has the greatest image of him as far as clarity goes. If I'm not mistaken, I think it just kind of pops. But this card is so iconic to me. I don't care if no one likes this in the whole hobby. I love it. And this card is way up on my list. Even if I did not own these cards, these would be on this list. I made this list without the brain of me owning these cards. Even though I own them, I kept it separate. I needed to afford these cards. Yeah, this card. And the example of this card I have is unlike anything. It's like the greatest example in my collection. The corners are like 9, no wrinkles, no creases. The image is absolutely spectacular. It's a 2, and there's some paper loss on the front. And if you got any of you guys held this in hand when I was at the National, you know it's probably the greatest. It looks like a 9 or 10 as far as the front. Like it was, I think it was in a screw down case and like put in a box in the front, like a little piece of the front popped off. That's kind of my Mookie examination. But this thing is like, there was I think I saw 8 of them at the National. Looked at every one of them, and there was a stack at, I think it was Stan's table, and there was a stack of 4 of them, and all of them were higher grade. And I went through them, and when I came across that, without looking at the grade, just looking at cards, I don't look at. I honestly, it takes some time to mentally stop looking at the grades. I just don't. Over all the years I've had cards, like I did look at grades at times. Oh, it's a 7, but I've completely weaned off that. And when I was looking at those cards, I saw this one pop out of my eye. Ken was with me, and I just looked at it. I was like, oh my gosh, this is the one, this is the one, this is the one. I showed Ken. I go, oh my gosh, this is the one. And then I looked at the last one, and I grabbed it. I put it at the bottom of the stack, and I handed it back to Stan. And I go, okay, that's the one I want. And so I go, Ken, we got to run to all the other tables really fast. We're almost done, like looking at all the tables, because I want to see every example in the room. We went and I just hustled through the next few tables looking for that card. Found one more, and it was a 3, and it was priced a little higher than this one. A little higher, like $800 higher, $1,000 higher than this one. And the 3, and it was centered, but it was just fuzzy and just looked like a 3. It looked like a used 3. It was real. I would have bought that other one out of any of the examples. The last example I saw before this one, I would have bought if I didn't buy this one. When I saw that and I saw the price, I ran back over to Stan's table and I got him down $500, shook hands, went out, found internet, bought the card. Rest is history in the books. Okay, back to the chat. Sorry, I'm not reading. I'm trying to read all the chat too because that's the whole point of this. But I want to tell the story. This dude's funnier than John Candy. This guy right here. I don't know about that. John Candy, man, the camping one. It's like you watch that movie and it just instantly just puts you in a good place. Me and my wife love John Candy. Hard to disagree on that card. Yeah, I know, Betty. That Babe Ruth's just magical. I don't know if you're talking about that or not. Cards on Acid. Jude, welcome, Jude. Good to see you. His 29 cash in is better. It's actually the photo that was used for his 33 Gaudi. The 144, I don't know if I saw you share that. It's black and white. And yeah, I love it, Jason, but you're wrong. You're just wrong. But I love that card. I love that you love it, okay? It's okay that you're wrong, It's all right. All right. Bleep, that's diamonds. Shoot, thank you, William. See ya. You're on the right channel. My honey act says the 33 Gaudi Green Ruth is the nicest card she has ever seen. Oh, your honey. Oh, really? That's awesome. I love that. So your wife thinks I'm guessing that's what you're calling your wife. The green is, green's pretty sick. All right. We're moving on to number 3. Oh, sorry, that was number 3. Number 2. Greatest baseball cards in the whole world. We're almost there, you guys. Hey, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me this whole time. me just yapping. I honestly thought there'd be like, yeah, maybe 5 or 10 people just popping in, saying hi. I just want to do the list because I love this, but having you guys on here means a lot and it makes it way more fun. Way more fun. And I love reading comments. It's like, I just freaking love it. I love heckling people about their card choices too. That's why I like you guys popping them in there like that. Trey Lance, thanks for coming in. Okay, number 2, baby. I have this card that just another one. I just say this all day long. This one just blows my mind. This is the greatest baseball card in the world. No one's ever been. There's no better baseball card in the whole world. It's Keith Matei, the best card in the world. This truly is what I think. Of course, I'm going to get a better baseball card as long as I live. But there's only one. There's only one better baseball card in the whole world that I will ever own. That's going to ever beat this card. I don't care. My brain will never change on this. Joe freaking DiMaggio, 1938. Goudey heads up with the cartoons. A childhood imaginational brain blown out of its skull right here. That's what it means for me to hold this card. Never in the history of collecting, being by myself all those years collecting vintage baseball cards, awesome, fantastic time by myself. I mean, I'll do it again. I'll do this forever, with or without you, with or without you. But with you guys, it's just better because my buddy Adam, again, Adam's just Adam. I talked to Adam today. I called him on the phone. Adam Vintage Sanctuary. We're gonna do another show. We're gonna do a show together too. I love that guy. I was talking on the phone with him today. He bought this card at the National, my first National ever. First time meeting all my friends, my internet friends, and he bought this card. And when he showed it to me, I was like sick to my stomach because I wanted to buy it. He goes, "What do you think?" I go, "If you don't buy it, I will." I should have talked him out of it and then swooped it in like a mean man, like a taking advantage. Never do that. But I couldn't believe he bought that card and what he paid. I could, and then I got that 52 like within an hour of that. So I got my spirits pumped back up, made the greatest trade of my entire life. But when I came home from that National, I went on the internet, and within 2 months, I found like what I think is the greatest example of this card. Up to that point, I think Adam's example is mind blowing, but per this 1.5, it's freaking stunning. And when I bought this, it was on eBay. Did a little research, found the guy. He had a shop, a pretty big shop, been around forever. Called him on the phone, got him on the phone, asked him to send a video so I could really detail it in because it was $3,000. Well, he wanted $3,900 at the time on the internet, give or take $100. And so he sent me a video. He was super cool, sent me a video right the second I saw the video. It was like when I saw the video of the 33 Goudey. 2 cards I asked for videos for before I bought them, both $3,000. I sent him an offer, right? I sent him an offer instantly. He accepted it. He goes, "Well, let me go look what I paid." And then boom, within a minute, accepted the offer. He shipped the card to me. One of those cards you get in hand, and I look at it and I go, "Oh, it's better than what I thought." Ooh, it was sick. So yeah, it was like this when I opened it. I was all sweaty, like going, shaking, like, oh my gosh. I still shake when I see that card, holding that card. It excites me. It gets my juices flowing. So I can't help it. Let me go back to the comments. Back to Joe DiMaggio, man. I got all 3 Joe DiMaggios I want. I won't buy another Joe DiMaggio card. Unless it's autographed Pinnacle. Let me go back to it. You've done this solo and still have your voice. Yeah, right? It's going though. I'm on the injured list right now. I'm working on my yard. Like a couple of you guys know, follow me on something else, different name, different life, same life, but different part of me. I'm building a trail right now and a baseball field and also a driving range at my house. And I'm using this like 40-pound tool to dig, and I worked like 5 hours one day. I've been working on it so hard, like gnarly, like gnarly work for about, I don't know, a year. And I did something to my arm, did something to like, it didn't happen until the next day. I went surfing, and then when I got out, all of a sudden I was at eating somewhere, and it just started throbbing. So a nerve slash muscle, and it's kind of like right here. And I tried to surf 2 days ago. It's been in a lot of pain, but I could elevate it and it's okay. That's why yesterday when I was on a live, I was like this. I couldn't get up. I was out for 1 minute. Came in, so I'm really bummed out. So I'm doing things that don't require it. But even like showing cards. So I know I just went off on a tangent, but about my life doesn't hurt. Back to the comments. I need 1938. What did I say? 1938? I might have said the wrong name. If you hear any noise, it's just me and the boys bopping. I want to love those goofy Gaudis, but can't make the leap. Dude, I don't know, man. If you don't, you got to make the leap. Once you get one in hand and you start looking at those cartoons, it's my favorite base card set of all time, behind the 1958 top set. Like how I worded that? Yes, I can't choose between the two. All right, these cards are top notch. Mike Petty used to hate it. Now I love it and can't find an affordable one. Back to cards and buying cards you hate. Oh, you had bad taste back in the day, Petty. You should have better taste back in the day. I'm all unfocused again. Well, the last card I don't have anyways. Great list. All right, we're down to number 1. Read the rest of the comments. Take 4 Advil. I've never taken 4 Advil in my entire life. Actually, kind of shy away from taking. I know I'm not like one of those guys who don't take medicine, okay? But I also like to save the medicine. Like if I'm hungover, I take an Advil. I like to know where my pain's at, and I want to kind of. It's been 3 days, and I kind of want to learn what I can do and what I can't do without taking medicine because I can live with it right now. But last night's sleeping was rough, so I probably will. There we go. I'll probably take an Advil tonight. But here we go. All right. I will trade for the E90 Wagner. See, I don't even know what the E90 Wagner looks like. I'll take a Wagner, but I don't know what it looks like. Are you looking for the Jody Auto? That sign on it? Yeah, that's the only other Jody I'm probably ever going to own in my life. You can quote me on that. Pinnacle card, spectacular. His first pack pulled autograph ever was either that or the Score. One or the other. I don't care which one. Maybe the Score I actually want more, I think. I think they're both signed on the back. No, the Pinnacle's on the front, Score's on the back. I don't care which one. Tylenol for headache and hangover, Advil for muscular. Okay, well, I take Advil for the hangover. It's funny. It does the trick too. So, yeah, I'll try Advil next. I'll try Tylenol next time. All right, here we go. They're the greatest baseball card ever made in the entire universe. 1933 Goudey, Babe Ruth, number 144, where he's standing up. I don't know how anyone on planet Earth could choose a card more iconic more great than that baseball card. And to me, that card is cheap. I could buy that card for $6,000. It blows my mind. I did go to that national when I picked that 4-1 up with hopes of finding the right example of that 33. And yes, I could sell a bunch of cards and buy that card. But I'm not ready to spend $6,000 on a baseball card yet. I've only spent $3,000. I can't make that leap right now. And if my wife saw that card on the wall, she's heard me talk about it for years. I tell her about that card forever. I see that card, I'll show her, it's the greatest baseball card ever created. It is baseball. It's what baseball cards are. To me, it's like, it's a movie card. If you see a movie and you see that card, you're like, that's the card they need to show in all the movies. Like Hugo, everywhere, every time I see a movie, a TV show, I see a card in the background. Oh, even E.T. had I think it was Don Russ. And what did it have in the background? E.T. And when he's playing with the shark, has cards in the background. Blew my freaking mind because I watched it not too long ago and I saw that for the first time. I was like, oh my God, I'm freaking baseball cards in E.T. Yes, I love it. Okay, Let's see. What are you guys' all-time greatest baseball cards before we close this out? You got to choose, man. I know Mangini can't choose his favorites. You can't have favorites here. No lists. I love lists. I love favorites. I don't care. I want to hear you guys' all-time. I mean, Robin Yount's my favorite baseball card, okay? But this is the dreamest of dreams baseball card. So give it to me, everybody. Brandon, thanks for coming along. Jude, kissing butt. I like it. 75 Well, I mean, that's my favorite baseball card of all time. But all right, it's pretty iconic for sure. It's not just iconic; it's the greatest card in the history of the world. What do you think of the 29 Churchman Babe Ruth? Is that rookie? I don't even know what that is. It's black and white. I don't want it. It's great for someone who likes that card. It's just not special to me. I'll never buy that card. It's not my thing. And I will never say never. I've been this long not being attracted to certain cards. There's too many other cards that I love more to go after cards like that. Not going to happen. The old ball and chain. Great countdown, DD. What a collection. Got to run. The warden is home. Hey, thanks, Mike. Dude, really appreciate you coming in. 86 Flair Jose Canseco Campaga. Yes. Me and that card. It's always out. It's on my wall. I had that in a photo album when I was a kid. My first biggest baseball card, and it was $8 then, and it's cheaper now. I love it. Heck yeah. 1975 Topps Larry Boa 320. Yeah, I can picture that card in my head. I have that card. I'm having trouble. I can picture the colors. I have that card. I think I have 2 of that card. Okay. Let's see. Brandon, I'd like to believe somewhere in the country there is a long lost, unopened case of them. One can dream. Yeah, no doubt. All right, dude. Man, that was too much fun. I love doing these lives, talking about things and talking with my friends, talking with the chat. It's my favorite. So thanks for joining me on this countdown. And until next time, hope you guys are inspired out there. Don't be influenced by guys like me, even though I'm always right. Just kidding. Shaka. Cowabunga.